Hello and welcome back to Anyone Can Play Dark Souls 2. This is Strawman Gaming, I'm your Strawman, and I'm increasingly thinking I should rename this series because I think anyone can play the base Dark Souls 2. I think everything I've done so far is within everyone's grasp. There's no reason you can't do that. However, the DLC is much harder. I haven't played it before. I've seen bits of it played, and it does seem a little rough. So if from here on out you find the difficulty spike unreasonable, I did warn you. You know, anyone can play Dark Souls 2, and to be fair, if you've managed to get through Dark Souls 2, you should have the skills required to do the DLC. I say as I've never done the DLC. I don't even have all the Estus Flask shards, that's how incompetent I am. But we're going down here because you need keys to do the DLC. Because you get into the area as we saw earlier, and then there's like a locked door, so you can progress no further. We've got one of them, which was in our newly discovered key tab. Yeah, this thing. Frozen Flower, that's the key to the... not the Ivory... There's the Sunken King DLC, the Old Iron King, and the Ivory King DLC. So I think that must be the Ivory King. But we're going down here because I believe there's a door down here that we... Have I got any health? Not as much as I'd like to have. Can I... Yeah, so I want to get down to the door down here, because there's a key. And the other key is in the Forest of the Fallen Giants, I think. Right, I'm going to try this, because I've got the cat ring on. That scared me a lot. But you have to go back to get an item that... Is it this one? You have to go and get an item that was in the Iron Keep that you can only get once you've turned the fire off. So you have to go back to the start of the Iron Keep. Remember that bull's head that was belching out fire after the two red phantoms? That should be off, and I believe that gives me a key. Should I have just... Okay, the ladder wouldn't have necessarily helped me. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Maybe I've misunderstood the instructions. Because I thought there was a door down here that we didn't go through. Right. I also haven't finalized in my head what order we'll do the DLC in. I mean, we have one key for one of the DLCs, so it makes sense to do that one. I kind of wanted to do them in the order that they were released in, but I don't remember what order that is, and it's not the same as the order that they're unlocked in the main game. So let's go back to the Iron Keep. Iron Keep, Threshold Bridge. Excuse me. So, in terms of difficulty, they all have difficult bits, and they're all endgame content, so there's no more bosses where we're just gonna, like, there won't be another Ornstein, or, sorry, Old Dragon Slayer. Because I was doing some reading, it turns out it's just some dude that found Ornstein's armor and picked it up. And we can't one hit them. So it's not Ornstein, it's just some guy. So that won't happen again, where he just gets steamrolled. But, I don't know. And we could also respec as well, because I recognise that this weapon, though I'm kind of used to it and kind of like it, isn't exactly, like, particularly min-maxy. Did you block that? I don't know. There's a lot of downsides to it. I like it, and I like the way it plays, and it kind of matches my play style. But it's not, I don't think, an objectively good weapon. So I'd probably... Well, because it's hard. Because I'm tempted by infusing my weapon with an element like fire, perhaps. But then we have to level up our faith and int, which which gives us, as it stands, our stats don't really, like, where do we put stats to make this build better? A bit more strength for a little bit more strength scaling, more endurance, more health, more vitality. It's like. I feel like fairly minor improvements, but if we were leveling Int and Faith, our pyromancy gets better, our weapon gets stronger. You know, it feels like there's room to grow in that direction. So, you know, that's what I'm thinking. Right, now where is this door? It's down. I think it's the door just to the left before the first boss fight, before the last giant. Which is down... Yes, down here. And once we've got that, I'll not worry about the last key, because I've obviously misread or misremembered where it is. Or I read where it used to be before... This isn't right. Before Scholar came out. Because all the item locations, I've mentioned this many times, got reworked. I'm kind of attached to our ugly outfit and ugly sword. I like its primitiveness. You know, it could be a club and would be basically no less effective. I hope. Yeah, here we go. That doesn't feel like a place I really want to be. That attack does seem pretty broken. So I don't fight two of you, jerks. Okay. So is... Because this must be the second place that has salamanders. Don't use the feather, use your Estus flask. Because there's the one that I looked at before. Lick me. Okay, so that goes through shields. The one that we looked at before that is just below the bonfire that we just walked to. Don't do it. What? I don't even... These are weird enemies, man. Just... Please. Okay, you've got tons of resistance on your head, apparently. Just die. So this... Right, so this guy dropped this. I was getting myself all confused here. Life gem. Useless. Well, not, but... Not what we're looking for. So I think this must be the guys... You know when we first got that flaming straight sword? I think... Yeah, heavy iron key, there we go. Yeah, he must be... Yes, it is those guys that fire along there, and the door is on the right to get that... You can maybe see it at that pillar. Maybe that's the door there. So that's Forest of the Fallen Giants. So... Given that this doesn't do like area effect damage, I wonder if we should go and check out the other area that these guys live in. That I don't honestly know how to get down to. I mean, it's just up here, so we're going to go right past it. But if you have to just drop into it, I've got the cat ring on still, by mistake. Also, I looked up where you get the extra ring of blades. Where does this guy come from? He is an annoying boy. Yeah, down here. Might as well. So you boys behave a bit differently to your guys, your friends we just... Oh, there's a chest. See that? That annoys me. And anyway, this isn't the point of the game. The point, well, isn't the point right now. There's some stuff I kind of want to do off camera. Like, I want to go and get the rest of the Estus flasks, but let's go to the DLC. Can we remember? Right, so we've got access to the Iron King and the Ivory King. One of which contains the Fume Knight, which I'm quite anxious about. So... Where is the... Here... This one. We'll do the ice DLC, then the fire DLC, and then the poison DLC. I think that's probably the exact wrong order to do them in, but we'll do... like I said, I don't think it actually matters. It's just me getting all up my own butt about it for some reason. I thought I was about to do that twice there. Which way is the Shrine of Winter? It's not that way. That way is the Ogre. You need the ring, King's Ring, so it must be this way. Okay, at least you're down to a one-shot now. Stupid a long night. So if we're the correct level and like strength and stuff for the new area, like I've said before, most enemies should be killed. Certainly the weapon this big in 2 hits, maybe. But if we get there and need like 12 hits, we're gonna just... it's gonna put me in a right bad mood. Testicle monster, always. I remembered he was there at least. I mean, he died a lot quicker than he used to. I mean, everyone dies a lot quicker than they used to. That isn't just a comment on the inexorable march of human life toward death. It's just, you know, I'm stronger than I was. Okay. New Dark Souls. Oh, it was a lot. Remember when you were here before? It was much, much snowier. And we couldn't see. Maybe that's because I've got the key. Maybe that's what the key does now. So these were in... when we went through the other DLC, I guess, gate, shrine, snake thing. There were these as well. So I wonder if these are Graves of Kings or something important. What does this say? Tough it. Thanks. Tough enemy ahead. So do we have... oh yeah, I also wanted to go and get the Royal Soldier's Ring plus 3. Right, I'll get to a bonfire here and then we'll go and do that. Because that's a really, really good ring. Or maybe this is where I need the key. So maybe it wasn't that snowy here and I'm just an idiot. Or maybe it comes and... I don't know. This is my first time through this area, so we're learning together. And this being Dark Souls, I'm expecting it to just like spin me around and beat me up. Right. I'd be remiss to not go and have a little, just a wee look, surely. Okay, you've convinced me that I just don't want anything to do with that. So, of all the weird places, we're going to go to the Dragon Shrine. Because in my memory, I was like, first of all, the dragon dudes didn't attack me, which is strange enough. Although I did look up why that was. The dragon dudes attack you if you don't fight these lads. Like, they attack you for cowardice, I guess? Okay, so he's dead. So you've got his dragon charm and everything. So now we're fine, we're good. But if you try and lion strike this and run through, they'll just wreck you. Well, I assume they'll wreck you. They look pretty tough. Missing on your own one. Okay, that one. Yeah, I think you can put me there a bit. I feel like Ilium Lois is the name of the area or the region or whatever. I feel like that was the last one to come out. I feel like the poison one, the one for the key I haven't got, was the first. And I know I said they're all kind of much for muchness in terms of difficult. These guys still creep me out in terms of difficulty, but the fact that I know that it came out later bothers me. So like that means it's later game content. So therefore, I will Can we not? Mindful myself into oblivion. So, look, I killed the guy. We're good. Yeah. Did you hear that? Sounded like a phantom apparating. Illusion. Oh, I think it's a dragon making a fuss. So it's a real chest. Oh, slab. That's useful, because if we do respec, we'll need to level up a weapon, obviously. Actually, very impressive. Don't do that shield thing again, that was really annoying. What did they say? What did I literally just say? Okay, so, you see me? Murdered that guy. We're cool? Yeah, we good. What we got? What's this? Don't be locked. Don't hit me with that nonsense. Good. Still fine. Villard. So I've got what I came for, so... It won't let you use your feather! Just because I've been invaded. Can't get back this way because it was a drop, so I have to press on forwards. So I guess we're going to fight the Dragon Fang. But I assume he's just like a slightly tougher version of these dudes. Or he's going to fight me on the stairs, which I won't be a big fan of. I'm not running because I don't think I have the dexterity to hold down B and turn the right stick. Ooh. I remember this, but I don't remember what it is. Why would you, like, put me in a possible position and then not capitalize on that? I mean, because you're AI, not a human. Not that humans don't make mistakes like that, but it just feels short-sighted. So this is a dragon's egg? Oh, wait, nothing across the bottom's gone away in case I miss what it is. Petrified egg. What the heck do I do with this? Ooh. Not a mimic. Petrified something. I wonder if that's a clue. Like, that was a petrified dragon egg, and I petrified something as like a smaller dragon egg. I'm sure someone figured it out. Name drop again. I'm sure Vati Vidya has figured it out. So. Did we even have the first dragon ring? Is that how much I've missed? Man, I'm trash. Okay, so that's a really good ring. That's kind of the analogue of the ring called Ring of Favour and Protection from Dark Souls 1, which you get very early on in the game. And it boosts, I think, all stats. Like, stamina, health, vitality? I don't know. The stats are different in Dark Souls 1. Right, I know we went to that other DLC, but I don't know, the ice level spooks me. So we're gonna have a look at the Iron King level. Just to see. Because, you know, I know we can always abandon it, even if we get halfway through it and it's too hard. We can go do another one. But I'd rather not. Oh yeah. That's a good way to kill them. 2 hits and done. Also, I remember we do have to kill Aldir. But maybe we don't have to kill him if we have all the crowns. Because he's like, what's your answer? Are you going to take the Throne of Want and link the fire, or are you going to usher in Age of Dark? And I was going to usher in the Age of Dark because I wanted to go and do the DLC, so I was by default going to walk away from the Throne of Want and choose the Dark ending. But he didn't really give me an option and just killed me with a Forbidden Sun shot. A Forbidden Sun is a name of a pyromancy that I haven't got because I don't know how to get it. That just fires, like, you can use it once, it fires a massive fireball that if you use it in PvP you can normally get a 1-hit kill. Okay, this is familiar. Those graves we spoke about. I wonder if I'm going to get like jump scared by this as well. So far, so good. I don't know what those little shrine... What's that? No, that must have been the shrine I was seeing. I don't know what they are... Really? Oh, okay. So that thing's on fire. I'm gonna have to run up a chain that I will almost certainly be attacked on or invaded by something. So, if this is a... Yeah, so there's items down there. So if this is a possible structure, and by that I mean like it's physically possible, because games use a lot of kind of portals or invisible warps that you don't realise, especially this game, as you know we've seen, you go at the top of a windmill into a giant iron keep in the sky. Oh yeah. So, smelter wedges are, well, I don't know what they are. I'll tell you what they're used for. There's a bunch of things, like whatever that was, around this area that buff the enemies, and you have to drive a smelter wedge into their chest to kill them and stop them buffing. This, to me, feels very much like Dark Souls is going to, like, put an archer here. I need to sneeze, and it's the worst possible time to sneeze. Okay, I'll just stop and sneeze. Oh, don't tease me, sneeze. Okay, it's gone. Nope. It's still lingering. The back of my nose is going nuts. But in any case, it's not... Oh, there's mechanisms and all sorts here. Broom tower. Yes, this definitely does have the... fume night at the end of it. I don't know, I feel more confident about this place. Partly because I know there's not a giant invisible boss at some point. Smelter wedged? Oh, so you are vulnerable when you do that. So I think that's something of a tutorial, just kind of... sort of... what? To show you to use the smelter wedges. Okay, we've already got multiple paths. Which means one of these paths, unless they're like both mandatory, one of these paths is getting forgotten about. Let's try this one. I wish I had more Estus, and I wish they were better. I might, between episodes here, go and get more of them. Straight into platforming, are we? Okay, so DLC's of course got new items. I mean, look at all the items I'm not using and will never use. What the f... Oh, it's Nishandra's. Okay, so they're like corrupted with the void? I think. So is that okay? This smelter wedge destroys ashen idol. Okay, this doesn't need a new tutorial. I think they die for good though, because they're only destroyable with a consumable item. So what's this thing we got? Temporarily increase. Oh, that's actually useful. So I guess. Yeah. Destructible. A lot of verticality here. A lot of creepy voices in my ears as well, which makes me very upset. What are you? Are you oh, you're an enemy. Okay, cool. That is an acceptable level of difficulty. Although you saw the way it crawled out the ground. Did it crawl out of one of these? Or did it just appear because it wanted to? Okay, this whispering has to stop. Has to stop. Okay, several dead. Ooh. Oh, these have got items in them. They've got a decent item. That's a large soul packet. So the fact there's 3 dead here means we're going to get pincered. Or just, I don't know. Maybe this weapon's alright. Like, because if I had to hit them like 4 times like a katana or something, maybe that would have been a lot more difficult. But just like a 1-2 tap. I don't know. They finally added footprints. They were a bit sketchy. Oh no, they had footprints. That was it. I remember someone saying before that the painted wall of Ariamis in the original Dark Souls had footprints in the snow, and it was the only area in the game with snow. Whereas Skyrim, a game set almost entirely in snow, didn't have footprints in the snow. So this is just like, okay, this is now a survival horror game. There's an ashen idol that'll be doing something I don't like. Oh, it must be them whispering. I'm sorry the rest of you figured that out. Or I feel like I already figured that out and either didn't say or just instantly forgot and just got to go through the joy of figuring it out a second time. Blackweed balm, another. Why was that thing moving without moving its leg? I mean, that might be an animation cycle issue, but I don't know. This is, you know, I'm quite excited to play, well, because I haven't finished Dark Souls 3, so I shouldn't. +7 Scythe. That's exciting. That's actually really interesting. Although that is a very slow-hitting dex weapon, so I'll be as well sticking with this. But I did enjoy the Scythe in the previous game. Okay, so we're journeying on deeper and deeper. So these are indestructible. I don't think. Gosh, shut up, Ashen Idol, and you horrible, creepy. I remember video talking about these guys. Apparently, they move, you know, like drunken style kung fu, the way they move their bodies, very confusing and throws you off to their movements. I think they move in a similar way, so they're really hard to. Another slab. Okay, they really want me to upgrade my weapons. Quite hard to understand what they're gonna do and their telegraphs. Okay, I'm gonna do something very foolish. Use that. Because I think when they're covered in this ash, they're basically unkillable. Or they like heal or something? Is there a guy behind me? Okay, I don't know who this Nadalia is. Or why are souls all broken up in 10,000 places? Are you waiting to ambush somebody, mate? Be a long jump if you did. I hope these things don't respawn. I really don't think they do. Because if it makes enemies unkillable and doesn't respawn, like the item is a finite. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. Well, we'll find out if they respawn. That was a misplay and a half. Oh yeah, but to be clear, I mean the Ashen Idols respawning. So it doesn't look... Well, I've got their soul. How could they respawn? Yes, that's a question that makes any sense. Okay, well, we're at half an hour. We've started the DLC. We've died once. That seems like a good place to end the episode. Anyway, if you enjoyed this video, click the like button, leave a comment down below saying what you liked about it, or are you just happy to be in the DLC? I'm happy, but I'm kind of filled with a certain sense of trepidation. If you didn't like the video, click the dislike button, leave a comment down below saying why or what I can do better. I make new content every single day, so if you want to see more, hit that subscribe button. This has been Strawman Gaming. I am your Strawman, and I will see you tomorrow.